Alright, okay guys. Next thing is I've just losing this tensioner bolts for the power steering. Like I said, it takes a 14 millimeter socket with these wrenches, and you don't wanna use too much strength. Go ahead and have a bar like this, you know, put it over the wrenches, and it should, you know, losing real easy, popped up real easy. But remember, after, like, when you tauten back the bolts, the adjustable bolts, make sure you know the torque of it, like a 20 something foot-pound torch. I forgot, but I'm gonna have to know the torch before I torch it back. It's around 20 foot-pounds or 16 foot-pounds, somewhere around there. But I'm gonna have to make sure before I install my belts, the new belts and all that back. I'm gonna have to know the torch to torch the bolt back. Okay, so right now it's losing. The bolt is losing. And all I gotta do is just take the socket out, and then at this point, the power steering should be easily, freely move up and down. As I push it. Watch this. When I push it, it's gonna loosen the belts. Like the pulley gonna go down, and the belt's gonna be losing. Watch this. Gonna have to use some force, guy. Sometimes I have to use both hands to push. And we want to hold this part right here to push the power steering down. Okay. This is where I adjust the power steering. Guys, if you have like wire like on your way, you want to go ahead, and hoses, you want to go ahead and take them out the way. I didn't take everything out because I'm used to it. Okay, I just push it down and stretch the power steering down. So my belts right now, it's losing. You see that? It was stretching because that bolt was all the way up here. Now it's down there. So that's how you would adjust the power steering belts, and the power steering pump, by moving the power steering pump just like that. So push it down or move it up. When I tighten the belts, I have to move it up and then tighten that bolt in place. I'll show you the adjustable groove once I have these old belts out, and if I have some space, or if you guys can see it, I'll show you guys. But that's the bolt right there. See that? That's the bolt. That's the adjustable bolt. I don't know if you guys can see the angle of that bolt or whatever, but there's a groove like this long for the adjustable, so you can move up and down into that groove, like just that 2-inch groove. So the bolt will be right there in the middle of the groove, and you just move up and down in that groove to adjust the power steering pump. So now the power steering has been pushed back down, and see that, and the power steering, the belt is losing. So now I can just easily free the belts out with ease. But remember guys, this belt right now is wrapped around the idler pulley and the AC pulley. So if you want to install this same belt, this long belt back again, you're gonna have to remember how the groove, how it install on. You just gotta draw a diagram picture if you don't remember. But I might not need to install this long belt back on once I got it uninstall it, so I can measure it, so I can use a different belt after this. So I'm probably not gonna use this long belt anymore, because I'm gonna have a alternative replacement belt for my power steering, like I said. Not a lot of people does it this way, but I'm gonna try. The guy at the AutoZone even say, so you see that it's losing, so I just need to take the belts out. The guy at AutoZone said, if you're trying to get horsepower doing like this, like getting a different belt for just the power steering pulley and the crank pulley, he told me to don't do it because it's not going to gain any horsepower. And that's not my case. I'm not doing that to gain the horsepower. I'm doing it because I want to cut the AC off. Eventually I'm going to take the AC out soon, and the idler pulley, I'm not going to have any belt wrap around it. Okay, so I'm just going to have the belt wrap around the power steering pump and the crank pulley only. That's it. But some of them just don't know. think we're like racing people or whatever. Think that's what we do. I don't do this for a living, guy. I don't race for a living, alright? This is what I do for a living. I fix cars. I fix my own cars. I fix for my friends. I work on my own cars and for my friend, whoever I know, but only sometimes, okay? So, okay, alright guys, so the belt is been out. The belt is off the pulley. And there it is. See how long this belt is? It is much longer than the one they gave me for replacement. So I'm gonna measure this belt and then measure that groove, like I say, like measure the pulley with the strength, with the string, I mean, to see how much of a length I would need to get me another belt to replace this thing right here. I mean, gosh, it take forever. All right, guys.